Greetings everybody and welcome back to Rebuilding the Commonwealth with me. So, it's been a while since my last upload. I get that. That's because once again I've been having some save game issues. I find they only seem to load probably half the time I'm actually trying to load. I can no longer load my save file in the castle. If I load it in here, it will just crash the desktop. So that tells you how big my castle settlement has now become. So that's off limits. I also found that if my people exceeded 87, which is what it is now, or 90, I can't remember exactly which, but 87 seems to be safer. If I exceed that value, all of the settlers will complain about the bed situation, even if I have more than 100 beds, and happiness will just start plummeting. As you can see, that did actually happen to me. It was about 90, it's now 64. It plummeted to about 30 before I spotted it out in the wastelands and came back to solve the problem. So it's going back up now. Yeah, so we can't exceed 87 people, which is a bit of a bummer because I had some plans for that. So I've had to send a couple of my companions away from here for now. I've taken away all of the people who were going to be stationed here at the shooting range. I'm going to have to put that on ice. That's not going to work. I've tried to allocate everybody a bed each to keep teams together. So that's kind of going well. But we're nearly finished with the castle. You guys will probably be happy to know at this point. But we've got a few things left to do. So let's get on with decorating while we let our happiness recuperate. Now, not enough people really tend to use this place, which is a shame. So we're going to add some more furniture. I'm going to remove these stairs now. There's no need to be on the roof anymore. So over here I want to make a nice little seating area. In light of the fact that it is actually the final of the Euro Cup today, I'm quite excited. I am actually quite excited. So let's set up some places for them to sit and watch television. I'm going to make this into more of an actual sit down and enjoy yourself kind of space. Okay, the tables and chairs here look a bit shabby, but not much I can do about that. That is the actual skin. So we're going to set these up like so. I still want a way for settlers to get past if they need to. Yeah, so at least they can get past that way, which is great. Now, miscellaneous. I think TV should be under... Actually, I think they're under miscellaneous in the power section. One second, guys. I've got terrain snapping from where I switched on my recording. Bear with me just one moment. There we go. Yeah, I had the stop recording set to F2, so yeah, that was not good because I can't change my surface snapping, so I've just had to remap that, which is not a problem. Right. So it doesn't look like it's in miscellaneous here. It can't be under miscellaneous, can it? Well, we've got radios. A jukebox. There's a jukebox downstairs, so... stereo might be a good idea for up here. It's going to be under miscellaneous furniture, isn't it? Oh my god, that is a lot of markers I have now. I want a pristine looking television. There we go. Need to slightly rotate it so both couches can see it, which is good. A little bit of power to go with it. That is absolutely piss poor, that lighting. It barely even lights a thing. The hell is this about? These track lights are better anyway. There we go. Now you can actually see the portraits too. Oh. Looks like I stretched the mouse cable a bit too far there. There you go. You can see the cabot portraits as well now, so that's better. These chairs look a little bit basic, but they'll do the job. There you go, just have a little place to sit. We'll use a little bit of OC decorator on that to make it a little bit more. So we got a bottle of bourbon, which is nice. Couple of beer bottles. I think under office you'll get ashtrays. The pool table should have an ashtray on it, as should the bar if you think about it. And people do smoke at the bar, especially in a world where the rules are completely gone. Lovely. Perfect. Let's put a floor covering over this as well. There we go. And I think we need to be nice and patriotic up here, so get up a Minuteman flag. Lovely jubbly. You can never be too patriotic in here. Okay, this this ceiling, that was just roof. That's a good question. Where exactly would I find that? Because it wasn't under snap and build, was it? This is the thing, it's actually been quite some time. I could have swore there was one for brick buildings. It's got to be under this. Okay, no, it wasn't that. No. Nope, not that. Ah, come on. I know you're here somewhere. No, it's not here. I'll tell you what, I'll fix that roof off camera. I don't want to waste some time doing that. We have a lot to do, and this is probably going to be a long episode, so let's get on with it, shall we? So, lights. Gorgeous. And then we'll have one under over the top of this flag. Fantastic. You can come and sit with your friends up here. Just nice, chill out. Now for settlement markers, I want to mark this as a leisure area. Because what I'm trying to do is break up the number of Minutemen who go down to the bar here for their night, or their evening shift or whatever. So I want people to come up to here. I want them to go down to the boxing arena. That seems to be very popular, which is a good sign. But I want people to come up here and downstairs, chill out in a few different places to stop a bottleneck. So this should provide a nice place to sit down. Plus the bar is active during the night. Right, so I assigned all of the beds in here a short while ago. Here should be like a waiting room, maybe. Yeah, I'm going to make this into a bit of a waiting area. If you're waiting to get onto the range, you'll probably come here. These airplane seats will probably be good for that. Excellent. The furniture, you'll probably have a few things to read up here. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Bit of clutter. Now, since we're the Minutemen, we are going to have a lot of books. I'm telling you. So, you're not going to be too short of literature to have a look at up here. Fantastic. Now this wall here needs a bit of a break up as well. Paintings. Well, we are continuing this contemporary feel, so... And of course it needs a bit of light. Now these lights are absolutely god-awful. See, this table lamp gives off more light than those big ceiling ones, which for me doesn't make any sense whatsoever. These ones are pretty good. These are awful. But a bit of ambiance for over here. So the first thing you see when you come up here, I think that's a nice little view. These corridors definitely look a little bit too bare, so I think a couple of couches here so you can sit down on your way around the castle. That's quite a nice little touch. Yeah, a nice chair to sit on. Those benches are way too big. Out here I think we could do one or two. Or even three, actually. I want to actually see some settlers in the hallways up here, so any incentive we can give them is beneficial. Oh yes, the artillery guys have got one of these bedrooms up here. Now we have these dressers, so I want to give these rooms some, you know, some oomph to them. God, the amount of materials I have is quite sickening. I just want to get this place done before I go out to this football final tonight. I don't even follow football, right? I mean, if you ask me, I hate football. But when it's my country, when it's England playing, I have to be patriotic. Fantastic. Now the guys up here will most likely have a trunk with them. Those are the locks, I think. So he's likely to have a trunk with him, or she even. They're likely to have a shared safe between the lot of them. Probably store some of their tools by the windows. Place them up there. Hey, a trash can, definitely. They'll keep their quarters tidy. Lockers wouldn't be out of the question, so a couple of these by the door. You can see the terrible frame rate that I'm getting now. Like, I've really brought the castle to its very limits. I mean, I've got a pretty good computer. Anybody who knows me knows I have a pretty state-of-the-art PC. Hamper, of course, doing your laundry. Containers. Now that these guys probably wouldn't have a desk, to be fair. You'd also have a steamer there, steamer trunk. A duffel bag with all of this person's ammunition and stuff in it. That's likely to be a feature here. Probably another one with some extra kit. First aid kits, a prominent feature in the army. Keeping your own stash of ammunition isn't unrealistic. An end table. Likely they will have different end tables. They can have a coffee table in the centre of their little dormitory as well. The one downside about surface snapping, and this person over here may not actually choose to have one, so also completely understandable.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
Yeah, lock-picking bobblehead. They've picked that up on their travels in the wastelands. For wonder glue. Might as well put some of these down. Untarnished metal bucket. Yeah, why not? Gotta keep their place tidy. books and news.
Tuned to Radio Freedom.
Because who wouldn't read the newspaper?
Quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
Good old Piper's newspaper. Public occurrences. Packs of cigarettes. And of course, personal effects. A Pro Snap camera might be a feature. These guys all work during the day. Wake Master. Maybe two people have one in case one doesn't work. Bath towels. That would feature. And some clean sheets. That doesn't look too bad at all. This guy's personal holotapes. A key to the room, of course. Book return tokens. I completely forgot about those. This person can be a bit of a cash hoarder. This guy knows what he's doing. Ammo bags. I think this is the lieutenant, so it's quite likely that you'd have all this stuff around. Hey, this guy can be a Silver Shroud fan. Have his good old Tommy gun on there. Sorry about that, just had to let a sneeze go there. There we go, this place looks a bit more homely. Looks like some people live here.
It's 8 a.m.
Again, some classic paintings.
Which is how we like it.
Maybe these guys are slightly more modern. I mean, this like dormitory area up the top of the castle is a new building, so it's likely not to have the contemporary stuff of downstairs. But I think that looks pretty nice for a entry-level barracks. Barracks of 4. Okay, so this is a civilian room. It's got 3 of the vendors who live in here, so likely it's going to have a lot of storage. So I'm going to sort of dedicate a lot of that to storage. So in post-war shelving, what do we have? Looks way too rusty for my liking. What have we got in pre-war? DIY vault shelving, that's good. So let's put in some vault shelves. Oh, that's the narrow ones, my apologies. That doesn't mean they won't have their own stuff though. Let's not get that mixed up. So they can have their dressers here. Perfect. Now these guys strike me as vendors. They will be fairly well organised. So, well, I tell a lie. Pierre de Sala also sleeps in this room. He's not a vendor. He's the chef at the restaurant downstairs for Dominic the Iron. So he's not going to have his own equipment up here. Just neaten those up. So yeah, he's not going to have his own equipment up here. He might have a few pieces here and there, but nothing compared to what they're doing.
9 a.m. here at
Guess
That
my good
was
karma's
nuts.
paying off.
Hello?
nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
Did I miss something? Ah, must have been the boxing match downstairs. That's fair enough. I forgot about that. Right. So back to furniture. The do-it-yourself. And into the clutter. So if they are storing things for Dominic the Iron, there's going to be quite a lot of crates of extra things up here. So Pierre de Sala will keep a fair supply. Maybe he's doing it as a favour, which would completely make sense. Some kitchen stuff. Yeah, I mean Pierre would probably keep that in his room. Just a few things up here.
Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen.
Who else did I put in here?
Stay safe out there.
I put one of the farmers in here as well, so they would likely have some clothing. Some extra things in here like that. I think under library we have boxes, so just some extra boxes of stuff. Oh, hey! The boxing match is working.
This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
Okay, not quite as effectively as I would have liked, but it's working. Hey, there we go. That's it, you beat that settler up. Oh, 2, 3.
Radio Freedom. It's Teddy. Nothing to report at the moment.
So you wanna be a boxer? The golden ring.
It's over
Another one for the Minutemen.
for now.
Yeah, so the Minuteman won that one. Fantastic. That's what we like to see. If you can't beat up a settler, what can you do? I think an armor rack would be kind of cool up here. Or a couple of them, just loitering around. Give you something else to look at while you're up here anyway. OC decorator. Keys to the room, of course. Those guys will have keys. Cap stash. Likely to have a few of those, especially if they're a vendor or a chef. Maybe keeping their tips. And maybe now we've even started accepting pre-war money because we're getting big enough. So we might be beginning to head towards real dollars again. You never know. It's likely they'll keep a variety of currencies. Some dog tags. Sanctuary Hills is under attack. Fantastic. My god, that is a lot of beverages. And can't we all drink Nuka Cola in here? Let's face it. I don't pretend you're not a fan of Nuka Cola. That's a lot of Nuka Colas. Oh, no. We don't drink dirty water here. No way.
11 a.m.
Not a chance.
Voice of the Minutemen. All quiet, which is how we like it.
Got their own blast radius board game. That also makes sense. General decoration. Definitely got an alarm clock. This person will have our Wake Master. And of course there's storage containers. Foot lockers. Metal crates. These guys will definitely have a safe in here as well. Pierre will likely, if he's been a chef across the wasteland, he's likely to have quite a few personal effects, so let's haphazardly bung a few suitcases under here, where he's obviously tried to sort through them. Cooler, gonna have some extra food in there. A lunch pail. Now, mirror's going to be for the bathroom on this floor. Sorry about the noise. That's one thing I haven't quite got fully accustomed to, is the fact that I now live in quite an active and quite, young demographic area, so there's usually a lot of kids outside playing in the neighbourhood, which I didn't have when I lived at my mum's house. So I do apologise for the extra noise. Lovely. Posters. These are all electric. Well done. But they work, so I quite like that actually.
Radio Freedom. Voice of the Minutemen.
They've still got some space.
Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
That looks quite cosy. I would actually be quite happy to come home to that in an evening.
It's well lit. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
Lovely. So that's 2 rooms we've now completed. Sandman kill. Oi! What's here? A 2-person room. I haven't assigned those yet. I don't think I've assigned these either. This room here is not a bedroom, so we will do that now. I think it comes under furniture. That's it, CWSS washing stations. Wow, that is extremely shiny.
All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out
Just say if I tuck this into the wall, like so. Let me just store that actually, because if I put in the door, or just 2 stalls. That looks fine. Easy as that. Now where's the doors? There you go. So if you're, you know, having a good time here, at least you have a place you can go to the bathroom. Now for now, I'm going to set them to private. Just for now, till I get the place up and running. Sink stations. Bubbler station. Oh wow, that looks pretty fancy. These all look pretty fancy actually, but now we're gonna put in this quite fancy bubbler station here, so you can wash your hands and check your weight, obviously. Except that doesn't actually reach the ceiling. Oh, and that's just too big. That looks awful. I might just have to stick to these sinks here. Not sure what that was snapping to, but okay. Okay, cool. So you got that just here. Not exactly the signs I was thinking about, but no, these aren't even signs, they're boxes and stuff. Okay, fair enough. That can go here then. Box of bottles. I don't understand why this is on the signs area, but I'll take it. Come in, we're open. I mean, why would I not put that here? Because this place would be. I'll put a couple of these eatertronics around here as well, if you're on the way through and you need something to eat. Hey, Sanctuary defended itself, as I knew it would. They've got some pretty decent fighters over there. Might need something to eat while you're here at the range, so we'll do that. I have a feeling that'll get in people's way, so I'll move that. I mean, we have got, what, 90 mouths to feed nearly, so we can keep all these stocked and everybody happy. That's always a positive. break up that colouring and all that over here. Excellent. So that's another room completed. I have a feeling that this will probably be another... Okay, this is a Minuteman room. Okay, fair enough. He's just solved that for me. A bureau. Maybe this person wants quite a bit of privacy. Maybe they're a little bit privacy shy. So it looks like the beds have auto-assigned, which is a good thing. I turned that off initially. An empty bulletin board for now. That's fine. Yes, they'll have curtains in here.
Broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
I'm just thinking if they want their privacy, they might put up a big curtain between their side. That's kind of like the main reason I use curtains. Yeah, especially in this build. Okay, so this needs to be made larger, of course. Yeah. Yeah, so they've got this over. So when they want to go to sleep, they'll just pull this over and block off their side of the room. You know, that might just be what they do. They might just prefer to have a bit of privacy on their side. I mean, I'd probably do the same if I lived in this kind of environment, so I would completely sympathise with that. Maybe they haven't finished unpacking yet. Yeah, so we'll give them some boxes. Maybe they've just sort of moved in, still getting their bearings together. Maybe they've not even adjusted to life in the wasteland properly. A floor safe would probably sort this room out better. Except a floor safe doesn't really make much sense on an upstairs bedroom because the safe would poke through the floor. But what can you do, right? So yeah, these guys haven't quite unpacked yet. That would kind of work because Trebek here is one of the last people we recruited. So it is highly likely they may not have unpacked yet. And we moved a nice contemporary painting up here. This is actually quite a cosy room for a two-place, but it is kind of cramped. But not everyone's perfect, so that's 3 rooms we've now decorated. Well, this is likely to be a civilian's room. So let's give these guys a few amenities. Maybe they're quite comfortable here. They like living here. Is there a matching chair for that? Likely not. Well, there is. It is in black. But that doesn't matter. I mean, it's a wasteland. You're not always going to have matching furniture. So that one looked a bit too big. Just a red armchair. It's a bit tatty. But that's the best we can do given the situation. I'm sorry, guys. Now this, maybe we salvage this off the Institute. Or whoever has this bed salvaged it off the Institute. Actually... Oh my god. That is going to give me such bad carpal tunnel at some point. Yeah, so maybe they like having a TV nice and close to them like that. Their lovely Radiation King. This person actually does have a desk. And under settlement markers, furniture. It's under miscellaneous, actually. He has a terminal just for, you know, keeping his journaling up. Typewriter. Maybe he's a bit of a tinkerer in his spare time. Or her spare time. I don't know who has this room. I think it's auto-assigned, but I don't know who has it. Which is a bit weird, really, but that's the nature of the beast. This is definitely fitting of a floor decoration, a floor covering. And I'm going to use the homemaker ones for it. They're much more vibrant. Perfect. What about paintings there? I don't think there are very many there. It's not unrealistic for this guy to own a lantern. A couple of these potted plants will never do the place any worse, can it? Mounted creatures. You can see how many of these things I've killed, right? Some good old paintings to break up the walls. Another quarters. Let's just give them a chair. Nothing major, just a fold-up chair. Beautiful. Perfectly well lit. Got a bit of personality to it. The vendors, civilians, the Minutemen. Excellent. We've got a bathroom. Oh, you are unassigned. I could have swore you were the upstairs bartender.
This is Radio Freedom.
That's now unassigned for some reason.
Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
Okay, we'll assign you back to that. Don't understand why that became unassigned. I best just check the rest of it. Well, Dominic the Iron is still working. So is Carbine Chris. Teresa the Spirit. Amber doesn't start till the evening. I think Alex White runs the bar upstairs.
I'd like to trade some items.
Okay.
All the other resources seem fine, so I'm going to hazard a guess that you're new.
Broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to
So I'm going to move you,
stay safe out there, everyone.
because happiness goes up when everybody is employed, so... What do you need to lift for? You're a fucking synth. Crying out loud. Right, it's been nearly an hour. I've still got things to do here. So I'm going to go and make myself a cup of coffee. I'm going to pause the recording. Need to go make some coffee because my voice is getting a bit strained, which is nothing compared to what it's going to do later. So bear with me just a moment. I'll be back with you shortly. There we go, I'm back. So I'm on the other side of the castle now. Just surveying the scene for the last couple of moments. There's still a lot of rooms to do, but we're going to do them all in this episode. I don't care how long it takes. This is going to be my longest episode ever. I'm just checking who these are assigned to, really.
Stay safe. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
Okay, so those are all assigned. I'm looking for the ones which are not assigned, because if I take them out, we can lower the bed count to match. Oh, that's not assigned. Oh, hang on a moment. Ah, that's fine. I had workshop grid snap on. I should change my keybinds, really. This is a bedroom, a bathroom even. Can't even tell the difference now. Can tell I'm getting excited or got my mind on other things. Okay, so we're going to make some shower stations in here. So let's get some nice pristine shower stations here. Yeah, so you're going to have like 3 of these stations just set up in here. I think the floor needs to have some rubber coverings here.
Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
To be fair, I can actually stash it under the shower stations themselves because you can't see them. Just thinking, it's water. It's going to flood. So let's get some mats in here. Cool. Again, guys, if you're seeing anything you think, oh wow, what the hell are you doing? You could do even better by doing X. Please tell me. And please remember, like, subscribe, comment, because they get this out to even more people, so I'll be able to get even more people seeing these fantastic builds to come. If my game lasts that long. I shouldn't say that, can't jinx it. You know, we're just going to leave this as a wash station. We've got toilets across the castle already, so it just feels a bit barren over here, really. You know what, I am actually going to put a couple of these in. Okay, they don't reach the ceiling. What does it really matter? So if you need to come in and just like scrub up your appearance or whatever, here you go. Yeah, it might not last long, but another Minuteman flag. Be patriotic. And under the interior decorations, some more shower curtains. I think there is actually one called a shower curtain, so that's it. One, two, and three. Just put two of these up just to cover the next bit. I mean, obviously in a normal world you'll pull those round and you'll block the view from everyone else. Potted plants are always a bonus. Let's put a few more of these around the castle because they do give a little bit of colour to an otherwise really like simple looking place. Residents are reminded that the potted plants are everybody's responsibility. Aha, people are coming up here now. Fantastic. That's better. Yeah, that could use another. Put one there. Over here. That has a lip already attached to it. This here looks really bare, so I'm not really sure what to do with that. I mean, that's your armory. But this is a Minuteman room, so let's put in some furniture for that. That says a filing cabinet, but I don't even think that's a filing cabinet. And I'm sure we have a kind of matching desk. Yeah, that would be okay. That'd be fine for me. Of course, as they're a Minuteman room, they'll have a safe, a proper safe. Kids outside wailing like banshees. That's handy. Okay, I'm going to have to turn surface snap off to put a toolkit on here. A bit like what I have at the safe house in Sanctuary. And because they're quite luxury up here, you guys can have a dresser each. I think there's actually a second version of this somewhere. Yes, there is. Don't really know why there's two of them, because they look exactly the same. But hey,
It's gonna be alright then. I'm sure of it.
Minuteman forever! Oh, brilliant. And I reckon these guys would likely have killed a creature. You know, my alert king. Why wouldn't you? And he's just happy with the size of that rad roach. So these guys must be pretty proud Minutemen. This is where I find out it was auto-allocated to people who aren't even Minutemen.
All across the Commonwealth. All quiet here. Stay tuned for a minute.
OC decorator. This guy could be a collector of little bobbleheads, I think. Maybe he's found a few out in the wasteland. In the office, likely you'll have a fan. I still haven't found a restored one yet, which kind of annoys me in some ways, and not in others. These guys are keeping their quarters in relatively good shape.
Voice of the Minutemen. It's just past 10 p.m. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
I'm going to need to find another Carlisle typewriter somewhere. Of course, newspaper. Good old Piper writes public occurrences. We are going to give her her own space at some stage. Oh my god, how many books are there in this bloody game? I'm actually getting carpal tunnel off this. This is not fun. Maybe someone's stolen his chair. It's not uncommon for that to have happened. An old camera. Definitely got a weight master in here. I mean, they will work the same shift because they'll be working on the same crew. That could even be the corporal's quarters. I quite like that. That was pretty rapid, but I think it looks pretty good. Like I could imagine waking up in here and, you know, being happy, contented. Locker by the door. You can see that frame rate is dead. My frame rate is so dying.
Stay safe out there, everyone.
Lunch pail. Teddy bear. That's the point, actually. Under OC decorator, Is it under OC decorator? I think so. I'm looking for the pillows, comfy pillows. No. It's got to be under decor then. Yes, I do actually have some more comfy pillows. Oh, that's brilliant. I've only got 4 though, so not good. Not good in some ways. Containers. Trash can. So he'll have his toolbox, but maybe he'll put that quite far under his bed. And a suitcase. This guy's suitcase he's put over here. And his trunk. This guy hasn't quite fully decided to unpack yet. I mean, he's still got a few bits, but he's getting there. That's a nice cosy little room, nicely organised, good little floor space. I like that. So that's a 2-person room. Oh, that's don't want to sleep with your head in the wall. Not at all. Right, 4-person. Oof, okay, I'm thinking a long couch for here. My God, so many couches. We just use the same one that we have for the lounge. That's the kind of central point as you walk in. I'm thinking a small rubber floor mat. Because there are 4 people in here. I reckon they would benefit from having a couple of armchairs too. So they're all going to sit together, have a good old chinwag. That's too long. That's just right. I mean, they don't all have lovely furniture, do they? It would make sense. And I can double up on these for a bit of variety. Just move that up so that they don't look too mismatched. Gorgeous. So again, we want extreme patriotism. I mean, this is the headquarters of the Minutemen, for crying out loud. Gonna break up all these dank colours on the walls here. I mean, who doesn't like a dog, right? Containers. Okay, so you've got a metal box. I'm thinking, what about those... What about things from Homemaker? Because Homemaker has quite a few nice ones. Containers, supplies. Is it under supplies? A wall safe. Of course, they would have a safe.
All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Yeah, maybe he's stolen a military truck from the old gunners. It wouldn't be out of the question that someone's stolen a Vault 111 truck or 114 truck. Yeah, so this is a Minuteman room. That's good. Good sip of coffee. Trash can by the door.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here.
Oh, nice pristine Vault 81. That's the point. I still actually need to go and build Vault 81 at some point. I've just not got round to it. I haven't even discovered Vault 81. Again, containers. A medical kit. Because every Minuteman should have a medikit. Turning off surface snapping is so beneficial. It really is. Coolers.
This is Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. It's 1 a.m. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
It's not uncommon for them to keep a box of ammo in here. Or two, as it were. Oh. Thought I was being pushed through the door there. I feel like this room is missing something. Well, it needs a bit of OC decorator. Again, weight masters. Especially if we've got people on opposing shifts in here. Yes, a trifold American flag. There's a prestige, yeah, the undamaged one. I don't have an undamaged one, unfortunately.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom.
Comfy pillows.
Keep it tuned here for updates. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there.
Gnomes, typewriters. I mean, you've got to do everything you can to make this place feel a bit more homely, don't you? A vase, or vase, if you're British like me. It's a vase. There you go. That looks alright. A little seating area for you to play and socialise and do board games and all that kind of crap. So that's a 4-sleeper. This was my two-sleeper. Ah, yes, the lieutenant sleeps here. Bear with. Ah, the ice cream man. I wonder what that was. So that's a 2-sleeper. That's 3-sleeper. 3-sleeper. Another 4-sleeper.
2 a.m. here at Radio Freedom. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
God, this area down here is dark as hell. Let me put some lights up in here. That's better. Now you can actually look out over the wasteland. Okay, so all of these are occupied. Or assigned, I should say. That one is not. That, in that case, I can get rid of that. All of those are allocated. Perfect. So actually, it's this room back here which has nobody in it. This is actually an unoccupied room. As is that one. Cool, we're getting there. That is going to get in the way of everybody, so I'm going to move that. Okay, 3 sleeper. I don't actually know who this belongs to at all. That being said, I really should sleep to the next shift, which is 10 o'clock. So my guy has been wandering the wasteland for nearly 3 years, and he is nowhere near finding his son. Only because I don't let him. I haven't been to the Institute yet, I don't think.
Stay safe out there.
Come on. Let me just sleep like 2 more just to make sure the next shift is truly started. 12 o'clock, I know everybody has moved on. I mean, look at that view. Okay, it's of a burnt down wasteland, but does that not look cool from up here? In your own quarters. It does. Okay, this is definitely a Minuteman room. So I'm going to assume this one is as well. There we go.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. It's welcome. All quiet. Just how we like it. Stay safe out there.
Wooden crates. It's likely these guys can have quite a bit of storage. Yeah, so I'm going to stock up this corner here. Beautiful. And we'll have a television. That TV looks in really bad shape. That's better. Good TV. So this isn't a bad room to be in, actually. Right by the window. You need some... Well, you need a dresser, at the very least. Safe, which can go there, under the window. Toolkits, naturally. I'm just thinking of these windows in here, they're a bit exposed, aren't they? So if I do interior, what do the curtains look like over some of these? The thing is, I don't actually want to cover the windows because I can shoot out of them, so I don't want to cover them. But I think that looks good. Doesn't look ridiculous, at least. So once again, patriotism is key. It is an honour to live and work here in the castle, so bloody act like it. Look at the happiness going up now. Like properly going up. So yep, this is a good little room for the Minutemen. A 3-sleeper. I think that is a pack Brahmin that is stuck underneath me. That sound is quite annoying, actually. Okay, this 3-sleeper. Tables. This is a Minuteman room as well. Okay, furniture. This corner here will be perfect for a container. I'm thinking this nice wooden one. Wow, that frame rate is bad. Oh, hello. You off to bed, are you? Put a footlocker under the 3 soldiers here. Of course, you guys need a proper safe as well. Keep your important stuff. Trash can makes complete sense to put by the door here. Now this room's quite spacious actually, so we'll see if I can't get away with a table. Can I get away with putting a small table in this room? And then having the 3 people who live in here sit around it. I think I can get away with that actually. And then for entertainment, they could have been playing chess or blast radius. And maybe at the end of their last shift they were playing a little bit of drafts. Or is it checkers, you guys call them over there in the States? I don't know. Nice little Mr. Gutsy model. Kitchen and dining. I need to actually get some food items. I really do. Burgundy bottle. Some Nuka Cola. Makes perfect sense. Maybe they shared a bottle of whiskey here one night. And that's what you do when you've got comrades. Silver bowl. Could have been eating out of that. A coffee pot. Fork. Yeah, a fork with that. Could have been noodles. Could have been noodles. And a standard alarm clock. Some keys. Little cap stash. Lovely stuff. Lovely, lovely stuff. Cigarette cartons. I'm thinking as well for tables. I'm sure there's quite a nice little small one to put as you come in the door. This one, yeah, the one with the little curve at the front. Oh, there was nearly my coffee all over the table. I would have not been very happy with that. Maybe that's where they put their Luxo brew pot. If it's going to be under dining, must be under dinnerware. There you go. Makes sense, doesn't it? If you had a drinking glass, you may have been using that. Fantastic. And of course, for the wall decorations, that's one thing I found as well. When my people reach 87 and above, resources can take up to 25 minutes to assign themselves when I order them. So now that all my beds have auto-assigned, I know that I'm in a good place in terms of population. Yep, I like that. That's a comfortable little sleeper. I would be happy with this room if I got it. I was, you know, a new member of the Minutemen. Okay, you are assigned to something. I'll leave this 4-sleeper for now. Not sure what to do with that. This 3-sleeper. This is a civvy room. Oh my god. That is going to get me every single time.
Radio freedom, voice of the Minutemen. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there.
You know what, maybe these guys have actually got a weight bench in here. Maybe they don't want to queue up at the gym all this time and you know, mess around waiting to get a slot on the gyms. Yeah, maybe they're like, screw the masses. I just want to enjoy myself. They've got some ammo stored in here. Got their bathroom equipment. A mix of the things they really need, chems and all that. Some extra clutter. I'm sure they'll live comfortably with those. That was decoration I was just looking at. That's cool. Put up a couple of shelves in that corner. If you're doing decorations, you can have that armor display in the corner. And a bit like what we had down the hallway, this person might sort of value their privacy a bit more. And because they have this corner, they're at liberty to do so. So they could have this nice big sweeping curtain to block off their side of the room. So they just let go of that, covers it, most of it at night. Floor coverings. Kind of like this half moon as you come in. Adds a nice little touch to it. Gives you a welcome feeling. Some furniture, some more containers of course. You can tell they've been kicked or pushed or whatever when he's, you know, tried to sweep them under the bed. These guys have got hold of a safe for themselves, so that's good. A nice secure safe to lock, keep their personal belongings safe. Trash can. This guy in the middle travels quite light, so not having any personal effects with him isn't a bad thing. Those are way too white to stand out against that backdrop. Quite a good civilian room. Oh, Ronnie Shaw has got that dark face bug, where one half of her face is one skin tone and the other half is like corrupted because the loading hasn't come through properly. My face hasn't been affected by that. This is a two-person Minuteman room. Nope. This table is actually pretty good for a bedside cabinet in a two-sleeper. That gives me quite a lot of space to nicely organise a set of things. coffee table. Well, it's a bedside cabinet now. Candles are quite a good idea. So you've got Diamond City Radio. It's got a pretty knackered old radio, but is to be expected. Not everyone has brand new stuff. Those jukeboxes are massive. Oh, that's a flagpole. Fair enough. Oh. Cool. The Minutemen, you'll have some classic paintings. If you're part of the Minutemen. There you go. Miscellaneous. God, I need to sort that lot out. I probably won't though, because I'm lazy. I say I'm lazy, given the amount of dedication I've put into changing all these corrupted mods out and all that.
Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
Oh yes, this room likely to have a locker. You'll have an industrial trunk. He's got his duffel bag of kit. Keep an ammo stash in here. I could imagine that being home to two.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there.
These are done. That's done.
Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth.
That's done. I think
Stay safe, people.
it's just this 4-sleeper, and that's pretty much completed. I actually think we've done it, guys. Apart from a few small details, which we will tidy up. I'll sort of glaze over those after here. Yeah, this is also a Minuteman room. These guys, I might make these people a little bit messier than normal. So you are going to have a safe, because why wouldn't you?
7 p.m. here at Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
Okay. So you can have this wooden crate. And another wooden crate. And another wooden crate. Couple of those. Toolkits. Maybe a metal box in front of that. You know, just generally a bit scruffy. There we go. Just so that not every Minuteman is, you know, created equal, as they say. That's it. Maybe these guys have been, bunked in here for longer than some of the others. Entertainment. Yeah, so he's got a few extra bits and pieces down here. He probably doesn't really know what to do with half of them. He really should sell them, but he doesn't. He just sort of collects them over his travels. A rug for the middle of the room. God, my frame rate is chunking. We need a hamper. The laundry hamper. Well, trash can, of course. Lockers, because, again, you are the Minutemen, so... A dresser for you, individually. Dressers for you. I'm trying to think. Oh, office. That's it. That's where you find that smokes and that. Couple of cigarettes across the floor here.
It's 8 o'clock. You're listening to Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Well, all this has given me XP just for decorating rooms. If only decorating a room magically made me good with a gun in real life. Imagine that. A few issues of those comics. It's not unrealistic to have. What else? A few shelves. Maybe he doesn't even use those. Paint. Ah, I forgot about the existence of these. Still not going to let you get away with not having a Minuteman flag in your room, though. I can tell you that much for nothing. Yeah, you can have one over here. There you go. So again, personal effects. A couple of alarm clocks. Beautiful. You can have one as well. Yeah, as you can see, these guys aren't exactly the tidiest. Or maybe they just haven't quite got their bearings yet. Yeah, it wouldn't be uncommon. And of course, the customary cap stash. I have a feeling, just looking at this, these are guys that haven't put their stuff out yet. So actually, I can forgive them for being messy. They've just moved in. Look at that. Oh, fantastic. Right, let's sleep. This might take a while to buffer, so give me just a moment. Well, good to see they're keeping their skills sharp. I just thought I had to catch that on camera. So yeah, we have officially built every room in the castle. I need to do some detailing downstairs, but that'll come in a few moments. One thing I have noticed is that we haven't uniformed or given guns to these guys yet. So we need to name these guys. That will get on my nerves in a bit. Bear with me, I'm going to come back to a more quiet time in the castle. Okay everybody, so we're almost done. I've done a little bit off camera, mainly just adding some details to these and giving uniforms and names to the last remaining settlers. I think
Looking for trouble, I hope.
I think we're pretty much done now. The only thing I have left to do that I'm aware of, anyway.
It's in pretty good shape, considering.
Cool, just making sure I've named everybody here. Oh, hello. Ah, I missed you. Okay, I'll name her off camera. I'll just make sure I remember her. Let's just check if there's anyone unemployed. Ten? There's not 10 unemployed people. 41 guards. I'm fairly certain there's not 10 unemployed. Oh, there you go. They're gone now. Unless that counts like people on night shifts or whatever. Okay, never mind. The last thing to do is the armory. Oh yes, my sample uniforms. Yeah, my testing gear. I'll leave those in here for nostalgia's sake, but we have to finish this. Okay, now I don't want to remove this because this is where I get all my flares and that from. No, that's where I get the flares from. I do not want to scrap this, otherwise I lose it. Oh hey. Okay, so Ronnie Shaw needs to be behind this security fence, that's for sure. So we're going to go homemaker, structures, fences. Can I get a corner? That doesn't look silly, does it? No, that looks fine. Do not scrap that. And then she needs a way to get in, so we'll put this fence in. that fits almost too well. Too well. There is a security gate door that I can put in. I need one that opens outwards. Oh no, that's fine. Opens inwards. Excellent. Right, we'll keep the Minuteman flag because that is patriotism. Let's move the armor racks out of here just for now. I want to keep these for reference, so I don't want to get rid of them. Okay, so across this shelf over here, I want to put some big racking in across here. So I'll tell you what, let's build some racking over this. Now I really like these vault shelves because they're big, they're bulky, they get the job done. So let's put in some racking here. Okay, yeah, I'm kind of working to the fact that this is going to be in the way and that I can't move it. Oh, for goodness sake. I've managed to put that through the wall. I'll sort that out later. It's probably on the other side. Tell you what, let's put this here, then put the shelf in. See, now it doesn't snap. Okay, that's fine. Now we bump it up. Like so. Okay, it looks a little bit askew, but it's something I can put up with. Okay, so over here we're going to have all the ammunition for the 5.56s. So under furniture, the do-it-yourself clutter. Ooh, I can only put 13 of these. 1,800 bullets I must use. Oh, I wonder how many units of ammo I've just lost. From doing that. Oh my god. Okay, let's have a look. How many bullets did I just use? Do I have a gun that shoots 5.56? Oh, I've just used 21,000 bullets, pretty much. I had 30k before I just did that. Okay, where is Ronnie Shaw?
Yeah?
I could say, I think she left the post, didn't she? Yeah, she did. I'll deal with that at a later stage. Okay, so all of that top is going to have to be 5.56 at some point. That I'm going to have to gather off camera. I'll do that before I do the final tour. I'll do some final tidying up. Now, if I'm going to put some guns in here, what is the best way to do it, I wonder? Because it would seem a bit silly just to do nothing but shelves. I want to kind of actually stack them like side by side, like all these like FAMASs and all that kind of stuff. I might just have to do shelves anyway, because that's the only way I can think of doing it. All of the big stuff is going to be in here. The armour and weapons workbenches I need to move. Also, I want this to be a bit more fortified, so I'm going to put some sandbag pillars in here. You know, if someone comes for your armory, you are defending that shit. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so into that corner. One and two. Just so that there's actually a doorway here for Ronnie. Like, this place is going to be like Ronnie's baby, this place. That's fine, that is now behind. Bring this towards me. Perfect, that's now blockaded. I just saw Ronnie Shaw a few seconds ago.
Excuse me.
Looking to resupply?
She's got the dark face bug.
Let me see what you've got.
Here's what we have on hand.
Oh, lovely. Do I actually have anything I can sell off here? Yes, I do, actually. Oh, the experimental MP42. Excuse me. Fantastic. 500 5.56 rounds. This is going to take me a long time to buy. I hope you guys know that.
Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
I best buy like a lot because I need to do this at quite a lot of settlements. There's going to be a lot of 45 rounds being put down. These Beowulf rounds are so expensive. Good thing I scavenged most of mine. I do need stuff that has nuclear material, so these triple threats, I know they have them. And these night vision weapons. Those night vision weapons all have nuclear material in them. That's why I've just skinted myself doing that. So just in case the armory ever does get sieged, which I anticipate it will not because the castle is so well armed.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth.
I am going to essentially pad it out with sandbags. If I can get it to snap to the right epoxy thing. You know, I'm just going to cheat. There we go. Doesn't really matter if it clips into the terrain too much. There you go, it's padded up. You can't see that display, which is kind of the idea. That doesn't really need padding up, just really the front. Yeah, you can see that in there, but it doesn't matter too much. That can just be sorted out at leisure. Furniture. So once again, some DIY vault shelves. Now Ronnie is going to keep things like the Fat Man and, you know, some stuff like that behind here. I'm just thinking if I put that there, she won't actually be able to man the Emporium, so... Might just have to pop the weapons like here. Maybe like put the Fat Man on the counter, which I'll do off camera. Does that actually fit? It probably does, to be fair, but I'm not going to. Ronnie can keep hold of those because they are the artillery pieces, so if anyone gets hold of them in the wrong hands, then we'll be blowing up things that raiders target. So it only makes sense that Ronnie keeps hold of those.
It's getting dark out there, people. Stay safe.
The bench will make a nice addition here.
All quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
I kind of like the idea of keeping this stuff on this side, actually, now that I think about it. Okay, just to save a bit of time, I'm just going to lay out these shelves. I'll be back in one moment. Okay, I have the shelf layout that I want. Unfortunately, It's much more than I thought it would be, and the amount of caps and ammunition I need to obtain is a bit extreme, so I'm not going to fill them up in this episode purely because I don't have enough. I thought 40,000 bullets would be enough. It's not. So unfortunately I cannot fill these. Not in this episode anyway. I will do that off camera and I'll include it in the tour. I think this is all we have time for. I need to get ready because, as you know, it's nearly the England game. The final. I really hope we win because it will be one incredible ride.
What a different world it'd be if folks just listened to the wisdom of the past.
Oh, there's another
What
settler
a
I haven't
different
named.
world it'd be if folks just listened to the wisdom of the past.
Shut up. So yeah, the whole of the castle has now been built. This is its final form.
Hey, General.
There's just a couple of tiny bits that I need to touch up on. Let's have a look. So I think I need to include some barriers here. I might stick some sandbags in between here just to stop people from falling off or making it unsafe. I need to add some pillars underneath a couple of these so that it's got some more stability. Looks a bit more realistic. I mean, everyone's got a bed, everyone's uniformed. All of these barracks are completed. I genuinely think we're now done. This place is completed. I just have to do a couple of little finishing touches. They might take me a week or so because that is a lot of stuff I need to buy and find. I need to find some pillows for all the beds, so that's going to be quite some time. But for now, that is all we have time for. I am exceptionally happy with how this has turned out. I am so proud of this build. I will do the finishing touches off camera. The next episode I upload will be the finishing touches for the castle. So, well, the finishing touches will be done off camera. The next upload is going to be the tour. The finished tour of what this whole place looks like when everything's completed. So look out for that, guys. We've officially completed our first settlement, or we will do by the next episode. I'm so glad you've been with me through this journey, so please make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, you get this out to your mother, your father, your children, your brothers, sisters, whatever. Gets more people looking at it, gets the whole thing, brought up the ranks. Everybody gets to see these amazing settlements, so thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a good one, and if you are an England supporter, then good luck tonight. I know I will be rooting for England, so peace out and see you later.